A sit down and put my feet up session. After the 18,000 steps that was Breen last week, this week I've got something a little bit easier, but hopefully just as, if not more, exciting. So I popped out today. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 23rd of April, and I've popped out for my first Smoothound stroke stingray session. I've decided to come back to Warsash. For those of you that remember my Warsash sessions from last year, I had one bumper session on the Hounds. Well, I say bumper, but I had one good session on the Hounds with Liam. And then I popped down and managed to winkle out a little stinger on another session. So I thought I'll come back down here. April, early days, but there has been a few starting to show. A few of both species as well. So I'm quite excited about this. Just looking forward to catching something that really pulls back. We've got a perfect tide tonight. High tide's about sort of 9:30ish. So we should be going into that last hour daylight, sort of 7:30 but 8:30, that golden hour of hound fishing, just as the tide's approaching high, which for here is perfect. Right, so it's 5:30, so we've got a couple of hours until the golden witching hour of hound magic comes along. Not bigging that up at all, am I? So yeah, I'm going to spend the next couple of hours just flopping out some ragworm baits, seeing if there's a cheeky stinger about. I've got a few crabs, not many. Actually, I've not got a lot of worm either, but I've got a few crabs, but I'm going to save those till later, for when I think the hounds are going to be at their optimum. And I'm just going to use a bit of worm to start with. I won't be sitting on my bait for 2 hours here though. The crabs here are usually ferocious, so I might give the first one 20 minutes, see how much bait's left on there, and then play it by ear from there, really. All right, there we go. There's a bit of a ragworm sausage, all done up, ready for a stinger. I've got a two-pronged attack tonight. I've got a simple earth rig on one rod and then a Bagnall bar on the other. So obviously one's going to be flopped and one's going to be whacked. Boom, 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 boom. Right, this one's had 20 minutes. Let's see how much bait is left. 20 minutes into my last session, I was just about moving back for the first time. Well, the good news is, virtually no weed at all. That's either a little bit of weed or a crab on the hook. If it's a crab, it's probably getting chopped up and thrown back on the hook. No, it's a fish. Oh no. I caught a fish! Well, yes! There we go, that's what I came out for. I told you guys this is a bass feature. I'm all about the bass at the minute. There we go, look. That is a beautiful, that's about 18 pound at a guess. What's that? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 times the size of my head. Woo! What a start, first cast. Get it straight back, this is breeding stock. Interestingly, aside from the enormous bass, absolutely zero bait. Stripped. Oh, zero bait again, stripped clean. Going to be a busy night, even if we're not catching fish. This is my third cast. I've only been here about 45 minutes. That's more cast than I did up in Breen, the whole session. Tide's picked up considerably. The rods are hooping over. That bodes quite well. If it has a good strong pull now on the main bit of flood, and then hopefully it'll just start to ease a little bit just as the light fades. I'm really confident we're going to be into some fish. It's 6:30. Not a lot happened so far, other than crabs and that enormous bass, but confidence is high. Let's put some clothes on in a minute. Starting to get chilly. Liam's here, by the way. Did I say I'm being joined by Liam? So the plan was to come down with Darren, who he missed out on a stinger last year. He tried a few times, put a little bit of effort in, didn't manage to get one. And we earmarked tonight, good tide, for an early session, see if we could tick one off early so we can worry about other things for the rest of the year. And then yesterday, unfortunately, his wife reminded him that she was going out, so he couldn't come. So, being the good friend that I am, I thought, well, Darren can't go, so, you know, I won't go stinger fishing, I'll go do something else. Yeah, right. Here I am. I just picked a different friend. It was much better. Anyway, right, this one on the right has been out for far too long. Must be nearly 20 minutes now. See if there's any bait left. Oh, it's lovely that there's no weed. That's the nice thing about trying early. Another month and a half, 2 months' time, it's just horrible weed throughout the Solent. Unless they're vegetarian fish and they like a little scrap of weed, I don't think I'm going to be catching anything on that. Pesky crabs, but that's why the hounds are here. Tide is raging round. Really pulling hard now. I have to actually adjust the angle of the tripod a little bit. Oh, I caught a cockle. Look at that. That's fair and square hooked as well. And you caught a spider crab. First of the year? Not what we want to see, is it?
No.
Although good news, because they'll be peeling soon. There we go. So Liam caught a little spider crab. Ew. Chuck him back. But I caught a cockle. Check that out. That is fairly hooked in the mouth. Counting that as a species. Started to introduce a bit of crab into the mix as well now. It is 5 to 7. So we're getting there. We're getting towards when I think the hounds are going to start to show. Kind of going through the motions a little bit right now. But it can be like that with hound fishing. Perhaps not this early, but certainly once it's in its full flow and its pomp, you can spend an hour or two just going through the motions. All of a sudden one rod will go, and then you'll have an hour and a half of just crazy fishing. And it's just fun and exciting. I think I picked up a little bit of weed on this one. Nothing too bad. Oh, I just hit a bit more weed on the way in. Oh, I do love the Solent. Full of three things actually. Weed, crabs, and fish. Might drop my casts a bit shorter until the main flow eases off. Wasn't that bad, I just hit that on the way in. I just hit a lump of weed attached to a rock. Bit of sunshine. Clouds cleared off, the wind has dropped, the tide has just eased. Perfect recipe for an amazing evening, hopefully. I don't think the crabs have eased off, but at least the tide has. Really starting to bulk the baits out quite a lot now. That's 4 whole ragworms and half a crab whipped into a big sausage. So much juice and flavour. Hopefully that'll resist the crabs for a few more minutes at least. Attract in a nice hungry hound or stingray. It is a gorgeous evening now, guys, it really is. I'm so lucky. Almost feel a bit overdressed now. Blimey. Almost got some bait left on that one. Yeah. Spider crabs are in. Got the circle of my pennel. Main hook missing. That's a bit of 0.55 as well. That's quite reasonably substantial line. At least with the earth rig I can just tie another hook straight on the end of that. It really doesn't matter. Pulling out all the stops now. Pink hat's on. The pink hat is on. Things are getting serious. There we go. Look at that beautiful sausage of bait. I don't know how any stinger or hound can refuse that. That's about 8 worms all whipped together. Half a crab at the end. Well, the sun has just about dipped now, so I'd say we're kind of halfway through the golden hour. Starting to worry. Is it going to happen today? I mean, I did have that 18-pound bass at the beginning, didn't I? So it's been a good session regardless. Still getting crabbed to death. Oh, it's just a tiny little bit more bait on there. I mean, I'm clutching at straws calling that bait, but I'm on 15-minute turnarounds, 2 rods, 7.5 minutes every cast. Putting the effort in. Surely effort equals reward. Oh, come on. I think I've got a bit of weed on my line there, Liam. The right hand one's just sort of bouncing and quivering like yours did earlier, isn't it? Fiddlesticks. Well, it's 9 o'clock now. That magical hour I have spoken about. It's kind of come and gone a little bit. Not a lot to report, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Other than a beautiful, calm, still evening. Ooh, actually. Kind of bait left. Probably enough to catch a fish there. That's given me a little bit of hope. Maybe the crabs have finally gone to bed. Or maybe they're all hidden because the hounds are in. Maybe we're just about to have an hour of crazy fishing. Or maybe I'm dreaming. Rebait, recast, repeat. Keeping everything crossed. Come on, one of you, bend over and scream off. Got to be one fish out there. I just went slack. Yeah, look. Oh, something's dropping me slack on my left-hand rod, guys. Something's having a wee pull there. You can see that, Liam?
Yeah.
Please don't be weed. Weed shouldn't drop your slack, should it? Unless it's where the tide was pulling a little bit and now it's just stopped and the bow in my line's just rested. But then the right-hand one hasn't done that, has it? No, I'm not convinced with that, Liam. I think I got excited for no reason then. Thought something was going to happen then. Just dropped slack, but I just wonder if maybe where it was pulling over in the tide and then the tide sort of stopped where we're on high now. Just the bow in the line that was in the tide just kind of straightened up a little bit and slackened off. I don't know. Just making stuff up really, aren't I? A bit of weight on there, so perhaps it was just a bit of weed. Something on here, I think. Just kited slightly up to the left. What have we got? Let's have a look. Out of the murky water. Oh! It's a hound! It did absolutely nothing. Well, there we go. It's a hound that did so little, I didn't even know really it was on there. That's because it's tiny. But it's a hound! It's my first hound of the season. Look, I came Smoothound fishing, and I caught a hound. It's like a Smoothound, but smaller. It's a start, it's a little starry Smoothound. First one of the year for me, so I'm actually really pleased to have it. That gave me a little drop back bite, didn't do a lot else. Came in, I thought it was a bit of weed. That's embarrassing. There's me saying how hard these things fight, but hopefully in 10 pounds time, that'll be an awesome fish. Let's get her straight back there. Wow. Hopefully that means the hounds are turned up now. Oh, I've got weight on this one, but it's probably just weed. But then, you know, I thought the last one was weed. It turned out to be a fish. Oh, I've got a fish. Yeah. There's another Smoothound. Well, 2 Smoothounds and 2 casts. They're just getting smaller. I have definitely caught bigger dogfish. But there we go, 2 hounds and 2 casts. They've turned up. There must be a big one out there somewhere. And there's still a fair bit of bait left on that as well, so excellent. Smoothound number 2. It's a giant. No need to come and see it, just take my word for it.
Smoothound number 1.
Yay!
Yeah.
Same size as mine, yeah?
Oh, really?
Tiny thing. Whoa, something dropping it back again. So going to be another little hound. One of about 8 pound bigger would be nice, but not convinced that I have one of those attached. Here's another one. It's a brown Smoothound. Let's just call it a brown Smoothound, shall we? It's definitely not a dogfish. That's a brown Smoothound. Very rare species. Super pleased with that. What have we got on this one? A bit heavier. Oh, it's a big lump of weed. And a dogfish. Yay! Stuff that dreams are made of. Doggo number 3. And Liam has just had a doggo too. I think the doggos might spell the end of my evening. Peeler crabs for dogs, that's an expensive way of catching them. Un doggo for Liam. This isn't a dogfish, this is a spotted brown Smoothound. Very rare.
And I'm a giant.
Well, I mean, you're not a small guy, if I'm honest.
Excuse me? The audacity.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have decided to call it a night, mainly because I don't really want to waste any more precious crabs on dogfish and dogfish-sized Smoothounds.
I'm still really upset that you didn't get my Stingray on camera.
Oh, what, the 65?
Yeah.
It just wasn't really worth it.
I can't believe it.
Just shake it off at the edge, mate, you know.
I could tell you wanted to, yeah.
If only. But there we go, look, we came out tonight to target Smoothounds.
Yep.
And what did we catch?
Smoothounds.
Smoothounds. We'll just skirt around the fact that they were tiny.
Yep, definitely.
But anyway, do you know what? I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been a beautiful evening. There's not a breath of wind now. It's really mild. I could probably quite happily take my fleece back off. And after 3 hours of chasing crabs, we had a little flurry of fish in the last sort of 45 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I've enjoyed it. It beats sat indoors picking your nose.
Yeah. And for me, I haven't even been on the beach since hound season finished last year.
Exactly.
That was probably the last time I was out on the beach.
Have you enjoyed being out?
So yeah, it was just really great to get the rods out again.
Good. And you've dusted off the rods ready for the match on Monday.
Yep.
Start of the doubles league.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
Good stuff.
Gonna
Right.
be the winning team.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, but anyway.
I'll fight you, Tom.
Yeah, I'll do. As long as we enjoy it, that's the main thing. Right,
Yeah.
Anyway, we're off home now. I've got an hour's drive home. It is 10 o'clock and I've got work in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Don't forget, please. And on the next video, I might catch something bigger than a tiny Smoothound. Who knows? Anyway, I shall see you on that one. Thanks, guys.
Bye.